Talent might open the door, but only hard work keeps you in the room. And if talent decides to get lazy, hard work will walk right past it and take the crown. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to hear me well today. Hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work. Life is not going to hand you greatness because you were born with a gift. No, life is going to test you. It's going to see how badly you want it. You might have all the talent in the world, but if you're lazy, if you're inconsistent, if you're waiting for things to just fall into your lap, someone who is grinding day and night will take the very position you were meant to hold. Talent can make you look good for a moment, but hard work makes you unstoppable for a lifetime. Because talent might score the first point, but hard work will finish the game. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to be the smartest, you don't have to be the strongest, you don't have to be the most gifted. What you do have to be is relentless, disciplined, and hungry. Hungry enough to keep moving when others are resting. Hungry enough to keep grinding when others are quitting. Hungry enough to outwork every excuse, every setback, and every challenge standing in your way. Talent is a beautiful gift, but it's also a dangerous trap if you start believing it's enough to carry you to the finish line. You see, talent can give you a head start, but if you don't fuel it with effort, if you don't sharpen it daily with sweat and discipline, it becomes wasted potential. The world is full of talented people who never made it, not because they lacked ability, but because they lacked commitment. Natural ability will only get you so far. What separates the ones who make it from the ones who don't is not talent. It's consistency, persistence, and the hunger to keep working even when it's not convenient. I've seen athletes with raw power and speed, artists with incredible creativity, speakers with natural charisma, and yet they faded away because they thought talent was a permanent ticket to success. But talent without hard work is like a car without gas. It looks good, it has potential, but it's not going anywhere. Hard work, on the other hand, is the great equalizer. You might not be the most talented in the room, but if you are the hardest worker, sooner or later, you're going to pass everyone who's depending on their talent alone. Think about this: talent shines when things are easy, but hard work shines when things get hard. And life will always get hard. There will always be obstacles, always be disappointments, always be challenges that test your commitment. When talent gets tired, hard work keeps pushing. When talent complains, hard work keeps grinding. When talent makes excuses, hard work finds solutions. The truth is, talent may open doors, but only hard work keeps those doors open. You may get noticed because of your natural ability, but you stay relevant, you stay valuable, you stay unstoppable because of the grind behind the scenes. It's the hours nobody sees, the sacrifices nobody applauds, the sweat that soaks through your shirt when everybody else has gone home. That's the difference. Hard work will also do something talent will never do. It will prepare you for opportunities that haven't even arrived yet. Some people are waiting for a big break, waiting for that one chance to prove themselves. But what they don't realize is that opportunity doesn't just show up. It reveals who's been preparing. If you haven't been putting in the work, even if the door opens, you won't be ready to walk through it. But when you work hard day in and day out, when that door finally opens, you're not just ready, you're unstoppable. Now let's talk about the second truth: hard work creates opportunities that talent can miss. You see, talent can make you confident, but sometimes talent makes you comfortable. And comfort is dangerous because while you're relaxing, while you're relying on what you already have, someone else is grinding, someone else is hustling, someone else is creating momentum that talent alone will never produce. The reality is that opportunities don't come to people who wait, they come to people who work. The more you grind, the more doors open. The more you push, the more you attract the right people, the right circumstances, the right moments into your life. Hard work has a way of creating its own luck. People will look at you and say, "Oh, you're so lucky." No, you're not lucky. You've been working while they were sleeping. You've been building while they were talking. You've been grinding while they were doubting. That's not luck, that's labor. Hard work also develops character. It builds resilience. It teaches you lessons talent will never teach. Talent can hide flaws for a while, but hard work reveals strength. Hard work will show you how to keep moving when everything in you wants to quit. And in the process, you discover a stronger version of yourself that talent alone would never reveal. So don't envy talent. Don't compare yourself to someone who seems naturally gifted. Respect your own grind. Build your own lane. Understand this: talent might put you on the stage, but hard work will keep you there. Talent might earn applause for a moment, but hard work will earn respect for a lifetime. Talent will get tired, talent will get distracted, talent will sometimes stop showing up. But hard work is always present, always available, always dependable. And if you commit to it, there's no limit to where it can take you. Because at the end of the day, talent is only potential. Hard work is what transforms potential into power, into progress, into success. When you look at people who have achieved greatness, it's not always the most talented who stand at the top. It's the ones who refuse to quit when everything in life told them to stop. Persistence beats raw ability every single time because persistence has a strength talent can never match. It doesn't rely on comfort. It doesn't rely on ease. It doesn't need applause. Persistence thrives in silence. Persistence thrives in the dark. Persistence thrives in the trenches when nobody is watching. Talent may sparkle at the start, but persistence keeps the flame alive long after talent has burned out. That's why so many talented people quit when the road gets rough. But the persistent ones, the ones who keep knocking on the door even when it seems nailed shut, they're the ones who make history. Persistence is not about speed, it's about endurance. It's not about looking good in the beginning, it's about staying strong in the end. Think about a seed. It doesn't burst through the soil overnight. It pushes, it fights, it struggles day after day until finally it breaks through the dirt and rises into the light. That's persistence. The seed doesn't care how long it takes. It doesn't compare itself to the flowers that are already blooming. It keeps pressing forward. That's the same attitude you need if you want to succeed. Talent may give you potential, but persistence gives you progress. And progress will always outweigh potential. You might not be the smartest, the fastest, or the most gifted in your field. But if you refuse to quit, if you keep showing up when others walk away, if you keep grinding when others get tired, eventually persistence will outrun talent. Because talent stops when it's uncomfortable, but persistence keeps going until it wins. And here's the beauty of persistence: it builds something talent cannot: trust. People may admire your talent, but they will trust your persistence. They will know you're dependable. They will know you're reliable. They will know you're not just here for the spotlight. You're here for the long haul. Talent may get you noticed, but persistence will get you remembered. Now let's shift to something equally powerful: discipline. If persistence is the fuel, discipline is the steering wheel. Without it, you can have all the drive in the world, but you'll crash before you reach your destination. Discipline is the silent force that makes everything else possible. It's what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline doesn't ask if you're motivated today. Discipline doesn't wait for inspiration to strike. Discipline is about doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. It's waking up early when you'd rather sleep. It's practicing your craft when everyone else is out partying. It's saying no to distractions, even when they look tempting. That's discipline. Talent without discipline is like a rocket without guidance. It may take off, but it will eventually crash. Discipline ensures you stay on course. It makes you consistent. It makes you focused, and it turns your effort into results. Anybody can be great for a day. Anybody can push hard for a week, but discipline makes you great for a lifetime. And here's the thing: discipline is not punishment. Discipline is freedom. It frees you from regret. It frees you from wasted time. It frees you from living below your potential. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you're choosing your future over your feelings. And when you string those choices together day after day, year after year, that's when success becomes inevitable. So don't be fooled by talent that shines without effort. Don't be impressed by people who look good for a season. Respect the ones who are persistent. Respect the ones who are disciplined. Because those are the ones who don't just make a splash, they build a legacy. The world doesn't belong to the most talented. It belongs to the most disciplined, the most persistent, the ones who refuse to quit, and the ones who refuse to be distracted. And if you make up your mind to be that kind of person, there is no force on earth that can stop you. There will always be people who seem to have it all handed to them. They walk into the room and doors open. They don't even break a sweat, and yet opportunities come rushing their way. And if you're not careful, you'll start comparing yourself. You'll start thinking, maybe I don't have what it takes because it's harder for me. But let me tell you something. Hard work is the great equalizer. Hard work will humble the gifted And hard work will elevate the overlooked. Talent might get someone through the door, but it's hard work that keeps them there. And if you're willing to do what others won't, you'll soon live the life others can't. See, talent without effort is wasted potential. But hard work, even with little talent, will take you further than you ever imagined. Life is not fair, and it doesn't owe you anything. But life respects the worker. Life respects the one who wakes up early, who stays late, who practices longer, who studies harder, who refuses to settle. When you embrace hard work as your advantage, you turn what feels like a weakness into your greatest weapon. Because while others are relying on their gifts, you're building your grit. And grit outlasts gift every single time. People underestimate the power of being willing to outwork everyone else. You don't need to be the fastest, but you better be the one who doesn't stop running. You don't need to be the smartest, but you better be the one who keeps studying after everyone else closes the book. You don't need to be the strongest, but you better be the one who keeps lifting when the muscles are screaming. Because hard work doesn't just build results, it builds character, and character will always sustain what talent cannot. And here's the truth. Hard work is not glamorous. It's lonely. It's quiet. It's often unnoticed. People won't clap for you when you're sweating in the gym before the sun rises. They won't celebrate you when you're staying up late at night, grinding on your craft. They won't cheer when you say no to instant gratification so you can build a long-term vision. But don't you worry about that, because those silent sacrifices are the seeds of greatness. And one day when your harvest comes in, those same people who doubted you will be the first ones asking how you did it. Now, let's talk about the mindset that makes all this possible. Because hard work without the right mindset is just exhaustion. You can be busy all day long and still not move forward. But when you sharpen your mind, when you develop a mindset that is unshakable, unstoppable, and laser-focused, then your hard work becomes a force nothing can stop. Mindset is the foundation of success. Everything begins with how you think. If you think small, you'll act small. If you think weak, you'll quit at the first sign of struggle. But if you think big, if you believe in your ability, if you convince yourself that no matter how hard it gets, you will rise, then you will create a life that reflects that belief. The battles are always won in the mind before they are won in the world. A strong mindset refuses to be broken by setbacks. When others see failure as final, a strong mindset sees it as feedback. When others let criticism destroy their confidence, a strong mindset uses it as fuel to get better. When others give up because it hurts, a strong mindset says, pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. That's the kind of mental toughness you need if you want to transform hard work into lasting success. And let me tell you something, nobody is born with that mindset. It's built. It's built by what you feed your mind, by what you focus on, by what you allow into your ears and into your spirit. If you surround yourself with negativity, you'll think negatively. If you surround yourself with excuses, you'll start living small. But if you surround yourself with possibility, with people who push you higher, with ideas that stretch you, then your mind will be conditioned for greatness. Your mindset will determine whether your work feels like a burden or a blessing. It will determine whether you see obstacles as roadblocks or as stepping stones. And most importantly, it will determine whether you stop halfway or keep pushing until the vision becomes reality. Talent can only take you so far. Hard work gives you the push. But mindset makes sure you don't sabotage yourself on the way to the top. So don't envy the talented. Don't resent the gifted. Respect your grind. Respect your sweat. Respect the power of showing up day after day, building something from nothing. And while others are waiting for things to come easy, you'll already be on your way to greatness because you have something they don't, the mindset and the work ethic to back it up. And when those two collide, nothing in this world can stand in your way. Success is not about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right. It's not about chasing applause. It's about chasing purpose. And the moment you decide to rely less on talent and more on discipline, more on work ethic, more on the mindset that refuses to quit, that's the moment you step into the life you were created to live. The opinions will fade. The doubts will disappear. But the results, your results, will speak for you. They will silence the critics, they will outshine the competition, and they will remind the world that greatness doesn't come to those who wait for easy opportunities. Greatness comes to those who grind, who grow, and who guard their vision with everything inside them. So stop comparing, stop complaining, stop waiting for someone to hand you the blueprint. Your sweat is the blueprint. Your mindset is the engine. Your work is the testimony, and when you live like that, your life becomes the proof that hard work and a strong mind will always win.